Hi, it's Dr. Fox, licensed psychologist in the state of Texas. I like to focus on adaptive strategies and optimism and how you can use this to make your life better and different. So in this video, we're going to talk about your purpose and meaning. And I think it's important to remember, right, that you're here for a reason. We're all here for a reason. And part of the challenge of life is trying to find out that purpose. And this can give you a strong sense of meaning in your life, trying to find that sense of purpose. What drives you for that? Now, your purpose is likely to be many things that can vary in scope. It can be some small things, like the person that maybe you make them smile on a sad day. Or it can be big, like a person you encourage to seek mental health or to check themselves into an inpatient unit if they need it, or to guide your child in a positive direction by using encouragement. And that's what we're going to focus on in this video. We're going to focus on purpose and meaning. And please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy this video. And I also have another channel. Maybe you'd like to check that out as well. So let's get into your purpose and meaning. So remember that if you weren't here, the world would be a different place. And you're impactful, and that you have the power to determine that impact, that you actually have a lot of choice that determines your impact on others and the course of others' lives, including your own. And I think sometimes we get lost in this a little bit because I think that we all expect or have this idea that it's this grand plan. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it can be something that we may consider to be very small, but can be very impactful to someone else. And these things can give you meaning, that it's when you are impactful to others, when you can help others move in a positive direction, that can help you, and it can help you define your own sense of purpose. Now, you may be confused about your purpose and meaning by anxiety, depression, personality disorder, traits and issues, or other issues that cloud your judgment. And this is very common, but it's also important to know that when these symptoms of these conditions come up, that it's not time to assess your meaning and purpose, because you're trying to deal with your dragon, right? And the distortion of your demons that actually are encouraging the disorders. And these disorders, your depression, anxiety, personality disorder traits, if you have them, that they can often distort not only how you see yourself, but how you see others in your world. And sometimes when folks feel depressed or highly anxious, that's when they go inward and they start to try to define their sense of purpose and meaning. And that isn't actually the time to do it, because what happens is it's the distortion of that perspective due to these disorders that makes it exceptionally difficult. And in those cases, when you look for purpose and meaning, when you feel depressed or anxious or your personality disorder traits are activated, that it makes it really hard to do that, and it can make these symptoms worse. So it's important that if you are feeling those things, that's not the time to search for your purpose and meaning. And the best time is actually when you're calm and stable, and that you can evaluate yourself and your world beyond those conditions. You can look inward and outward for purpose and meaning at those times when everything is kind of calm or calmer, and your depression isn't activated, your anxiety isn't activated, your personality disorder traits aren't activated. When you are calm, that's the time to do that self-exploration. That's the time to utilize that focus and try to define your sense of purpose and meaning. We know this because the research shows that meaning in life and optimism is significantly associated with life satisfaction and productive management of psychological problems. So what that means is it's looking at these things, utilizing this sense of meaning and optimism that increases your ability to manage the stressors that come your way. And that's so important. Utilizing those strategies at those times, that's so important. It's so critical to help yourself at those times. And these are strategies that you can use. And here are some questions. What are some questions, right? How can I provide you with some adaptive strategies, with some optimism resources? And that's what this channel is all about giving you those tools, helping you in order to make those changes and do things differently. So I want you to ask yourself these questions to help you find your purpose and meaning. So ask yourself, how can I give to others and impact the world in a positive way? You don't have to be Mother Teresa to do this, right? You can do small things to help others. You can pay it forward at a coffee shop, right? You can help someone reach something on a high shelf. A lot of people see me and they think, wow, you're really tall, but I'm really not that tall. So sometimes it's nice. If you see me in a grocery store, maybe I'm trying to reach something. I am sometimes. I do have to climb on the shelf. I'm okay with that. To get something that's a little higher up, that's okay. But it's helping people to achieve their goals. Sometimes it's holding the door for people. Sometimes it's for saying thank you. I think it's focusing on these little things, that it doesn't have to be this massive undertaking to prove your sense of purpose and worth. And I think that that's part of the trickery, certainly that's related to personality disorder issues, but also with depression and anxiety. It's that, well, if you can't adjust the tilt of the world, then how could you have purpose and meaning? I think that's completely false. I think that that is a falsity that comes out of that misperception related to depression, anxiety, sometimes perfectionism, sometimes other issues as well. I think it's really important that we look at how we can create that impact. So what's another question that you can ask yourself? Don't give to get, just give to give. So if you're going to give something, don't hold it over that person. If you're going to give them something, you're just giving them something to give them something, not with the expectation you're going to get something back. Because I think what happens is when you give someone something in the hopes of getting something back, you're always putting yourself in a give and take relationship. Sometimes I think when we talk about optimism, purpose, meaning, sometimes it's just about giving out to the world, and that we don't focus on what we get back, and that we focus on this balance, right? This parity, this equity, that I put 5 things out, I want 5 things or 10 things back. I think that when you do that, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. I think that we as human beings get great satisfaction out of just giving to give, not giving to get. And, surround yourself with people that lift you up. Assess your interactions with them and ask yourself, how can I give back to them? What we want to do is we want to create that interpersonal circle that is supportive of you, that is encouraging, that helps to lift you up, that helps to encourage this change, these components of change in your life, so you can do things differently. And look at that interpersonal circle. Who are those people that are closest to you? Who are those people that you're acting with on a regular basis? Are these people that are helping you move forward, helping you define your sense of purpose and meaning, or are they always identifying that one down feeling, the things that you do wrong, the things that you've missed, not the things that you've succeeded at, the things that you were able to do successfully? So who's in your interpersonal circle, and try to surround yourself with positive people. And then lastly, you want to explore your interests. If you don't have any, right, you can actually take an assessment. It's called the self-directed search. It's online and it can help you. So it's called the self-directed search. And if you just Google it, type it in there, it'll come up, and that can help you identify some of your interests. That can help you pinpoint directions for yourself, for you to follow. Some folks, sometimes they really do have problems identifying their own interest. And this is a way to do that, to help you kind of streamline what your interests are, and perhaps to better pinpoint in what direction to go, to help yourself, to give you that sense of purpose and meaning. And lastly, as you undertake this process, be patient with yourself about your purpose and meaning. Maybe your purpose and meaning is to find peace within yourself and enjoy more sunsets, or walk on the beach more, or go through a beautiful forest and just appreciate, the life that we're living every day and what's around us. Maybe that's our purpose. Maybe it's not to adjust the tilt of the world. Maybe it's just to enjoy what's here and appreciate each day and the value of having another day, of friends, of positive others, of how you can influence others in a positive way. And I hope that you found this video helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I wish you all the best, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.